Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, quick market overview, guys. Look, Bitcoin hit nearly $100,000 and now it is slowly selling off. No, there is no reason to panic, even though I know for us, our beautiful, beautiful altcoins are selling off kind of at a rapid pace. But like I said, there is no need to worry because everything will pick up anyways. And it's not even altcoin season yet. Right now, it's mainly about Bitcoin. Then it's going to be Ethereum. And then it's going to be, bigger cap coins and then our beautiful altcoins. But I'll give you an update regardless. Guys, listen, right? When we look at something like this, which is the total market cap, right, of the whole entire crypto industry, we can see we hit new all-time highs. And no matter what you believe, even things like this have to get retested, right? So we saw for multiple days there was multiple wicks, right? Some rejection, and then we finally broke through. And would not surprise me if we come back down, lose 200 billion worth of dollars or 200 billion worth of market cap before we continue going up, right? We can see historically over here was kind of the same thing, right? When we look at the expansion, you can see for a few weeks we're kind of going strong, and then for a few weeks we're kind of consolidating, retesting more or less above this area over here, right? We could see that's near the top, right? That's near the top. And we could see that it was more or less retesting before it had another expansion, right? We had another expansion, then another small retest before we had our final expansion. So right now with the total market cap, I would not be surprised if we have a small pullback, right? Before we have a big expansion, before we consolidate again, right? So, it's a back and forth type system. It's a staircase type scenario where market's going to go up, market's going to go down, but the overall trend is up. When we look at things like Myro, Myro is down. I mean, just like everything else, right? But that is fine and that is expected. I don't really expect Myro to drop below the 10-cent mark, right? It would not be surprising if we come here, maybe spike a little bit, but overall, this is the area that I'm looking at for Myro before it makes its next leg up, before it goes for that 17 to 20 cent area. Now for something like PNG moves very, very slowly, right? Up and down, up and down. We're kind of just going in a sideways column anyways right now, right? I made a video on this earlier today saying how I believe, it's potentially we could have spiked and got that triple tap confirmation. But even if the market sell off heavy, PNG won't sell off heavy. Turbo, I talked about how, hey, there could be a possibility we consolidate and go up. But for me, I was just like, nah, based off what I know, it doesn't look that convincing. And I believe Turbo will be hitting lower levels where you'll be having great buying opportunities, right? When I talked about it last time, it was somewhere here. And I'm getting rated in Clash of Clans. Good to know, right? So, 15% drop from where I talked about, 22% drop, right? That's what I was saying is going to happen with Turbo before we have another big expansion up. Caspa has been kind of doing what I said is going to be holding more or less the 15-cent area. I could most definitely see this having a little bit further pullback, potentially to the 14 cents, right? But I pretty much said that once we kind of had this expansion, that I expect Caspa to more or less hold 15 cents. That is the upper half of the trend, more or less, right? We take it from the relevant highs to the relevant bottoms, roughly the 15-cent mark, right, is around the halfway point. So I kind of just expect price to be here more or less and more towards the upside. Obviously on a pullback day, it's going to be more towards the downside, but overall 15 cents what I expect. Something like Radium has lots and lots of momentum. Yes, it is slowing down, and if the candle ends this way, which it most likely will, it's a doji and it will be a sign of a slight reversal possibly. We could drop a whole dollar to get a retest before we continue going up. Render, it's the same thing with renders in this range, right? Pretty much this green box is how I talked about, is the main thing. And you know what? This is fine. As long as render kind of ranges here, more or less, something like this, right? The longer ranges, the bigger the explosion will be anyways. And once we kind of explode, the next targets are going to be around 1050. So it doesn't matter. I don't mind if it ranges. AKT, right? It had a huge expansion and now it's slowly selling off. I could see price slowing down roughly around 350 to 320, right? Somewhere here before we make another leg up. For those that hold Flux, Flux actually has a great green day, right? Just a couple days ago, it was at 52 cents. Now it's at 70. And I do believe for Flux, you know, it has to close above here and kind of consolidate to make another move. Right now it's a little bit below, but once it does that, the next target for Flux is pretty much $1. So exciting times for Flux holders. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys next time.